We know that glucosamine is great for our joints, but recent research shows it might even reduce your risk for developing dementia. Happy when wellness. A prospective cohort trial involving around 495,000 people, 19% of which supplemented with glucosamine and 81% who did not, assessed the effects of glucosamine supplementation on their risk for all-cause dementia, for Alzheimer's disease, and vascular dementia. And they followed up with them around an average of 9 years into the trial. The results were really fascinating, as 18% reduced risk of developing all-cause dementia was associated with glucosamine supplementation, our joint supplement. A 20% reduced risk for developing Alzheimer's disease, and a 28% reduced risk of vascular dementia. Wow. With glucosamine supplementation. Now, this is not to say glucosamine directly affects your brain like this. And this is after, it's just to say there was some association here. And it was with 495,000 people, and they followed them for years. Right? Pretty strong sample size there. Right? Now, this is not to say that glucosamine will directly affect your brain, right, and maybe degrade plaques or anything like that. It's known to protect cartilage cells, right, or chondrocytes in the joint, and slow their breakdown of them over time. Right? It's been shown to reduce joint pain in people with osteoarthritis, at least sometimes. The research is mixed there. Sometimes it has not shown any reductions in pain. But they even adjusted for potentially confounding factors, health habits, other supplements these people were taking, demographic data, comorbidities, things like that. So pretty neat stuff, I think. Maybe it's just that people who take glucosamine, they make an effort to take a supplement that's good for their joints, good for anything, which it would be 1.5 grams a day of crystalline glucosamine sulfate, if you didn't see our joint health video. But split probably into 3 doses of 500 milligrams. But maybe these people are people that care about their health. They probably take all sorts of other stuff too, like fish oil and this and that. But again, they adjusted for other supplements that they were taking. So pretty cool. Whether it's a lifestyle thing, an association, it's definitely at least a neat one. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and happy Wend Wellness. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's see who we got on here first. Let's say hi to the homies. I got a great video for you guys that I just got of my dogs. They were great. Varen, what's the question? I don't really let anyone into the lives. You get some, just type whatever you want to. Super bad. Mike C, what up? Tavadaz. Username. Any difference between regular and chondroitin? Chondroitin sulfate is another. They didn't examine any association with chondroitin and dementia in this. Chondroitin sulfate is another supplement that we, recommend for joint health. Same type of thing, that they both do. They protect chondrocytes and reduce joint degradation. They're more of a prophylactic or preventative thing in terms of joint health. And, once you already have a lot of pain, maybe some better options there would be things like curcumin, standardized for 95% curcuminoids or more, Boswellia serrata, standardized for boswellic acid, or you can get aflapin or 5-loxin. Those are some patented forms. You can take 100 to 250 milligrams a day. You don't need 1,800 milligrams of the gummolia resin of Boswellia serrata that you might need. In terms of curcumin, it's 1.5 grams a day, split over 3 doses of 500 milligrams, taken with 20 to 60 milligrams of piperine. Right, those are some good ones. Green lip mussel, it might have been 3 grams in a day. That was another one that came out recently, green shell mussel. Black cumin oil is another good one. Fish oil, of course, you cannot forget about, right? As it's a great one for joint health. And those were a few of them. Obviously, collagen, type 2, undenatured type 2 collagen, 40 milligrams a day would be ideal. So that's a bunch of stuff for joint health. Yeah. But, crystalline glucosamine sulfate is supposed to be the best form. Chondroitin sulfate is just, the form they typically use in these trials. Marcus Rose, what's up? My man. It's Kamal. Miss Elena, what's up, girl? Gino, how you doing, man? Wish we were doing a wellness workout right now. That'd be great. Because I got to go work out after this. Saunders, no worries, too. Saunders. All right, Paul, Ronnie M. Sheldon, Escador. Am I a doctor or a nutritionist? Well, I'm not a nutritionist. I don't have an official nutritionist certification. But we take a lot of nutrition courses in chiropractic school. That's right, Gino. Yeah. It's a doctorate of chiropractic, so I'm a doctor, yes. Yeah. But, it doesn't really matter what you call me. It just matters if what I can do for you is helpful and, if the information I can give you is helpful. That's it. You are what you do, right? Nothing more, nothing less. And so, don't really care what you call me. Doesn't matter. Limit breaker. We all are what we do, my friends. That is it. Jen J. Chef. Sounds of Siren. Have a great, but, maybe to answer your question a little more here, Varen, nutrition goes hand in hand with being a doctor. So, it's obviously extremely important to get somebody's nutrition on track, whether they currently have chronic disease or not, in a preventative sense or in a sense of healing. Listen to books by MDs, who, like Mark Hyman, for example, foodthebook.com. He's got a lot of stuff on there. But look at Food, What the Heck Should I Eat? It's good. This guy's an MD, and he was in practice for around 30 years. He said food had greater power of healing than dietary changes, than any medication he ever gave anyone. So, it's definitely super important, and they go hand in hand. Have a great day. Thanks a lot. Happy Wellness. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.